Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with the gameplay, and let's just get right into it. However, I do want to just say one more thing before we start. It is actually 100% confirmed that JP is indeed better than Global. As you can see here, the news for JP has been out for 7 minutes, whereas this gameplay has been out for 2 minutes, which means there's a 5-minute delay in our news. So which means that not only is our game laggier, but our news is laggier too. And let's just get right into it. Oh jeez, yo. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have played that much Halo. Cut the music. We're gonna start with Apache because instead of putting it all into one video, I downloaded all the gameplays so that we could watch it together and then continue from there. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. We're gonna start off with Apache because I feel like she's the one. I feel like people want her the most just because she's an Espada killer for Frenzy, and I think that that's really interesting. That CFYOW took something that everyone would actually hate and make people want it. Back in the day, when a character got Captain Killer or Frenzy, if they got Frenzy, Captain Killer, or Espada Killer, everyone would freaking hate that character because, oh my god, wasted killer. You're never using them in PvP most of the time. The only person you use in PvP are like the Toshiros, and that's pretty much it. Like, you don't really use that many SP creation-based characters in PvP. Alright, range collision Nad. I'm more interested in this first strong attack though, because this first strong attack is actually like new. Alright, that's actually like... Alright, so as you can see here, this thing has a 1200 by 1200 radius. I thought that this was going to be a straight up box, but it looks like it's a straight up huge, massive freaking AoE. And what's good about this strong attack is... I ain't even gonna lie, this banner was like specifically made for Guild Quest. Like, honestly, this entire banner, pretty much. Of course, Apache, the main, what is it called? The main criticism when it comes to the beam for a strong attack that everyone loves, when it comes to Guild Quest in particular, a lot of people don't like it because, one, it's literally like 3 times the size of the actual map, and it's too narrow for the Guild Quest map. So instead of making a 3000 radius attack, Apache just has a 1200 by 1200, which means that not only does she have crazy spread on it, but she also has a crazy like length on it, and then on top of that, it's an 8-second cooldown. So it's not like they increase the length of the cooldown to like balance it, right? So that's really good. Like, that's really strong. Now she doesn't have poise, so she's not going to be good in PvP. Don't get it twisted. I do like her animations though. Girl cooks. Come on. That's so good. The full screen third strong attack. Second strong attack is at 960 AoE. It looks like it's fast. It actually looks like it's faster than Shinji and Byakuya, but I don't think that that's how it's gonna actually be. Let me see. Oh, she does a leg sweep? Oh, that's cool. Okay. She goes around. She does that so fast. They do it so fast, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like what CFYOW does. Like, cause it's attention to detail too. Like, they could have simply just had her jump up and do that, and instead they have her like cross around. That, come on. I like that. I will give CFYOW credit where credit is due. All right, and let's go into Nemu. Now, when I was downloading this this file, let me see here. When I was downloading this file, oh wait, we didn't even go too much into like Apache's skills, man. Alright, so as you can see here, she has a heal on her special move. Her actual attacks are, she is a range unit as well, which is good because there's not really that many range Espada killers, in my opinion. Let's see, going into her actual skills. She has a Havoc of 20%, a Bruiser of 40%, along with a Berserker of 40%. When you get Berserker 40%, that usually means that you don't get any status elements. But having like a heal on your special move, and it has weakened defense, which means that you're going to be dealing a lot of damage, and since you're mainly using NAD characters, they're probably going to be able to survive until the end, but guaranteeing their survival towards the end of the match is actually, in my opinion, really pivotal pivotal to you actually succeeding. She does have a devastation of 60%, which means you're dealing also near bombardment levels of damage when you combine the devastation of 60% along with weakened defense, and that in and of itself is incredibly strong. Like, don't get it twisted, this Apache was definitely made for Guild Quest. Alright, yeah, she definitely for the streets. And I will say this, because a lot of people are going mad crazy about her art. Don't get me wrong, her art looked good, but those hips, I'm sorry, bro. Like, if you like bruises, like, that, more power to you, but nah, I'm good, B. Let's go back here. Now, Nemu, as you can see here in the background, she does have Rangaku and Orihime. Rangaku being here, I'm not even gonna lie, when I first downloaded this, I immediately had to take a look to see if this Rangaku had like a different outfit, because you can't really make it out too well, which kind of sucks. But I don't think that this is going to be a new Rangaku. I hope it's going to be a new Rangaku. To be honest, I feel like she should have been here, but just because it's been so long. But yeah, alright, so let's just rewind it. Okay. Alright, so going into Nemu, paralysis on all of her attacks, which is good. Let's see, Berserker of 20% along with Havoc 20%, Weaken immunity of 100%, which is good, so that means you don't have to worry about getting weakened ever. So that could be good for some Syntaimon stages. Debilitator plus 5 seconds. She isn't a Ronkar killer, which is interesting. So she's going to be in direct competition with characters like Thousand Year Blood War Renji and Machine Society Toshiro. One thing to note, and what's really funny, is I didn't really think about it until like just now, but she pretty much has almost everything the same as Candace. The only difference between her and Candace is the fact that she doesn't have Sprinter plus 2, she has Weaken immunity, which, when it comes to autoing, she'll be better, like Nemu will be better at autoing, but for manual play... Oh, I just realized my wording might be wrong. What I meant here is when you try to compare her to like Machine Society Toshiro, because like I said, people were telling me that that you can't animation cancel his attacks, which is usually a bad thing. I actually really hate that about Thousand Year Blood War Rukia. And like I said, this is pretty much like a Guild Quest banner, and I do think that Nemu is actually better, assuming you can animation cancel her attacks. If you can't animation cancel her attacks, I feel like that's gonna hurt her when you're trying to compare her to the other characters. But I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I like Thousand Year Blood or Renji, but like Renji doesn't have Havoc 20% and Berserker 20%. He has a charge, and I don't think the charge. Actually, wait, he does have Havoc 20%. I lied. But like his second strong attack doesn't have like the crazy range that this second strong attack has. And then the third strong attack, you have to charge it, which in terms of raw damage, like he's gonna be better with the third strong attack fully charged. But like, hey man, you could just run her on. If we're talking Guild Quest, bro, you just run her on the side along with Candace, and then you have Renji as the main runner and just blast. Though I mean that also depends on your dupes, and I don't quite remember who the final boss is in Melee or Ronkar, so that'll be interesting too. But yeah. Honestly, yeah, I feel like at that point it's kind of like playstyle more than anything, which I think is good. So she has Frenzy and Devastation 40%. The Debilitator of 5 seconds is actually really good, especially for a character with paralysis. Alright. Third strong attack is going to be the standard full screen. Let me just make 100% sure that I have everything. Yeah, so standard full screen, except it is a 1200 radius attack because of the Havoc, which is really strong. Second strong attack is that big 960 AoE in front. And boom, I love it. That's so good. And then her first strong attack, just a standard lunge, nothing really too crazy. I don't feel like she really changes anything. I do think that I'm not gonna lie, I do think she's better than Toshiro, only because of that Havoc 20%. That Havoc 20% is gonna make an insane amount of difference in Guild Quest. However, that also being said, what's stopping you from using both? Because they're both really good. Like, or at least I think they're both really good. Now, I hear that Toshiro could have been better, but he can't cancel animations, which I think is kind of sad. Now, I haven't played Toshiro, so I can't really comment on that, but I do want to just bring it up that was brought to my attention. So I'm not sure if that's true or whatever, but yeah, that was definitely brought up to my attention. So let's bring up another Nemu video. This is going to be the global version. I guess she has her little umbrella. Full screen third strong attack. 1200 radius is so good. 960 radius is so good. And then of course the lunge on a melee character is really good too. So I personally like lunges when it comes down to having a standard full screen third strong attack. I don't think it's better than the beam, of course, because the beam is just innate. It's just busted. Like just the 3000 radius beam is just insane because you just literally cleave anything that's in front of you. And in single player, when you can go through various waves at once, that's just nuts. But yeah, I mean, I do think that this Nemu is going to be really good. And let's just get right into Halibel, because she's probably the one that I'm most excited about, just because she's a melee flurry or Rankar killer, something that we don't have yet. Let's go. Oh, they knew. Y'all mother... okay. They damn well knew what they were doing. Okay. Bruh. Hold up. Hold up. The side boob, bro. Here's my wallet at, bruh. They fucking knew, bro. They knew. They knew it. Third strong attack, she lays down. That could be bad. First strong attack is the beam. That's not a ranged collision attack, so keep that in mind. And then she has flurry on her NAD, which you're going to be using her NAD more than anything anyways. But going in, like, let's just replay it. You got your Instagram thoughts. Yo, where's that OnlyFans at, girl? Where's that OnlyFans at? Alright. Alright, so third strong attack, as you can see here, you're forced to lay down. I'm wondering if you can animation cancel that. If you can't animation cancel that, this third strong attack might be a dud. Second strong attack is an AoE dis. Let me see. No, that's not right. Yeah, it's not right. I was about to say. Here it is. So it is a 625. It looks like it's going to be a type of vacuum attack into a 575 lunge. So this is a regular lunge towards the end of the second strong attack. I wish Twitter gave us better quality videos, to be honest. Like, I wish their Twitter gave us better quality video. Like, the NAD string looks pretty standard, just AoE around. That's, I mean, it's nothing special, not gonna lie, it's just standard. But I mean, like, standard isn't inherently bad. The fact that she's a speed melee or Rankar killer with flurry, that's a NAD-based character. Now, since she doesn't have any status elements, that means that she deals tons and tons of damage. Now, she has a bruiser of 40% instead of the standard 20 that Ichibei gets. She also gets a berserker 50%, so if you want to run a hybrid, that's a possibility. A devastation 40%, flurry, poise, sprinkle +1, which means you can flash step with her, obviously, and then weaken immunity minus 100%. Am I sure I'm not looking at Nemu, bro? Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not looking at Nemu. So she has weakened immunity as well. And one thing to note is that she has 773 attack, and her actual soul trait is an enhanced NAD soul trait. So that's an extra 5% normal attack damage. So this girl is coming up to levels of Tokinata in terms of raw damage from just the normal attack damage. Now keep in mind, obviously Tokinata has some things going for him that Halibel does not have. 1. Tokinata does have a boost. 2. Tokinata has a transformation that resets his cooldown, which means he has even more of a boost. So he's pretty much infinitely boosted if the match lasts like about a minute. So just keep that in mind. I like her NAD, because, like, since she's not using her sword... Oh, wait, she's using her sword like a boogie board? Yeah, you see the boogie board type? That is funny. She's actually... Okay, waterbending Halibel, got you. Okay, waterbending Halibel. Alright, and I mean, I guess that's the gameplay. Like, I don't think anything too crazy about these characters. I do think that she's going to be incredibly strong. A bruiser of 65% when you include her normal attack damage, like, soul trait. That's huge when it comes to Flurry. And then that she's like a speed character, which means like you're probably using her where you can't use Tokinata. That's in my opinion, that's good. That's actually really, really, really good. And then that means that you can use her as like a side runner, and she probably won't die, especially if you have a gold chappie. Now keep in mind, this is all under the assumption that you actually pull these characters, which I'm still gonna buy the ticket, but I still don't particularly like the fact that the ticket usually is well, the ticket's almost always 40% chance to pull a swimsuit character with 20% chance for the new banner for $30. I don't particularly like that, and yeah, I mean, I guess I will leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up, stay blessed. Let me know what you think about these characters. I do think that they're good. I do think that they're worth summoning for, but I do want to give you a forewarning. Guys, anniversary is literally in a month. All right, these characters are probably not going to be in the choose seasonal selector, so keep that in mind. So if you want these characters, this is probably going to be maybe not your best chance to get them. If you actually want these characters really, really badly, I suggest that you set aside the orbs that you plan to use on this banner and summon on their either their individual banner for the one that you want the most, or wait for them to come back so that they have better rates. Keep in mind, seasonal banners originally come with 12 characters, and then when they come back as a full complete banner, they come back with only 9 characters, which means you have a better chance of pulling the character you actually you have a better chance of pulling a swimsuit character in a month or two when the banner inevitably comes back, as opposed to when the actual banner comes out. So just keep that in mind, and the rates are the same for that banner too. So it's less filler, more chance of actually getting the banner. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up, pay stay blessed. Wish you the best luck of your summons, and I will be streaming this banner when it comes out. I think we'll probably do it when the banner actually goes live, so we'll be streaming before. And yeah, stay blessed. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.